Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. By University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. And by Hy-Vee, score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Now to courtside, here's Rob Brooks and Jamie Lang.
It's been since March 5th when the Iowa Hawkeyes cut down the nets at the Target Center downtown Minneapolis to win the Big Ten tournament title. And now the run to the Final Four and beyond begins today in the first round of the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship. The Hawkeyes, the number 2 seed in the Seattle 4 region, and they start their quest against the 15th seeded Southeastern Louisiana Lady Lions out of the Southland Conference. The Lady Lions come in at 21-9. They were the automatic bid out of that league after taking care of Lamar in the championship game on March 9th, 66-57. The winner of this game will get the Georgia Lady Bulldogs, as they were victorious just moments ago against Florida State, who was minus their leading scorer coming into the tournament. But Georgia ended up winning that game 66-54 behind 21 points from Diamond Battles. So the 10th seeded Georgia Bulldogs will get the winner of this game on Sunday. For the Lady Lions, they have put 4 straight victories together. They lost a game at Lamar on the 23rd of February, 66-54, and then won the big one against Lamar, becoming the Southland champions, winning that contest 66-57. Had a really close call in the semifinals of the league tournament against Texas A&M Commerce, won that game in overtime 60-58. Of course, one of the main things is to be as healthy as possible coming into tournament play. The Hawkeyes have accomplished that for Southeastern Louisiana. They will be without their second leading scorer, as she was hurt in the conference tournament, Alexis Horn, averaging 12 points a game. Had started all 29 previous contests, so she will not play in this game today. So a little bit short-handed, our Southeastern Louisiana, but it's a confident team that really prides itself on player-to-player defense, toughness. Don't shoot a lot of threes and don't shoot them very well, but certainly like to attack the rim from the perimeter. They shoot under 30% from three. They have put up 425 three-pointers this year. The opponents almost 100 more at 522. So it's a scrappy team that likes to get after you defensively. So it'll certainly be interesting to see how they play Monica Sonato in the paint, and also how they elect to go after Caitlin Clark on the perimeter. So it's the Hawkeyes and the Lady Lions, the first round of the NCAA tournament, a sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena on St. Patrick's Day. We'll get the pregame comments from head coach Lisa Bluter. Jamie will be along with her keys to a Hawkeye victory, trying to win and advance. That is the key thing today. Iowa and Southeastern Louisiana tip just after 3 o'clock. Lisa Bluter up next on the pregame show. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
Extreme Arena is the place to be on March 18th because the Iowa gymnastics team is hosting the 2023 Big Ten Championships. This is your chance to see some of the most talented gymnasts in the country compete in our backyard. The Hawkeyes will compete in the second session, which begins at 4:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale now and going fast. Help us cheer on our Hawkeyes as they look to capture the Big Ten Championship title at Extreme Arena on March 18th.
Coco Creative Agency has launched the Inclusive Cultural Marketing Program, an initiative uplifting minority-owned businesses across Iowa. Businesses like Lola's Fine Hot Sauce, Forward Consulting, Own Your Check, and Humanize My Hoodie. For more information about Coco Creative Agency and these other great businesses, visit cococreates.com for more information. That's cococreates.com. Let's prioritize impact over transaction and uplift minority-owned businesses.
Welcome back inside Carver Hawkeye Arena on the pregame show as we count down to tip off Southeastern Louisiana and the Iowa Hawkeyes. It's time for the Hy-Vee shoot-around with Coach Bluter, brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Well, Coach, we were just talking. It's been a while since those nets came down in downtown Minneapolis. How'd you use the time, and has it felt like this has taken a while to get to this day?
You know, it does feel like we haven't played for a long time, but at the same time, I think it was really good that we had this break because honestly, after winning the Big Ten championship, I think we needed a couple days to come down from that emotional high and then really start focusing on Southeast Louisiana. I don't know if you want to play a green team on St. Patty's Day. I'm not sure that that's the right thing to do, but that's what we have. Looking for that pot of gold here tonight. And you talk about the atmosphere, too, and you certainly talk about it all season long as the goal is to play
play in the NCAA tournament at home, and certainly have done that on many occasions. But what a great atmosphere we're expecting here today.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a great atmosphere today. If we can get through this game, I know it's going to be a really good one on Sunday as well. So, first up is Southeast Louisiana, and they come in as the Southland Conference champions. They've won 21 games. They have the coach of the year. 4 kids from that team are on the all-conference team. So this is going to be a little bit of a defensive, battle right now.
Yeah, it seems like just watching them on highlights and reading about them, it's a team that's kind of built on defense, toughness, and like to get to the basket.
Yeah, they're 12th in the nation in points per game defense. So they really try to work hard on the defensive end, but they try to slow things down, and sometimes that can be a little bit deceiving when you play somebody that's in a conference that's not as up-tempo as the Big Ten. You don't have as many possessions to really be scored upon, and so sometimes that can inflate your number, but we know that, like, number 1, their point guard, Jen Pierre, is very quick. She's pesty, and we know that she's going to be all over Caitlin.
Offensively, pretty balanced scoring. Is this pretty much a guard-oriented team?
Well, I mean, Giordano is definitely their best scorer, number 55, and Alexis Horn, who is their second best scorer, is out. Yep. She is hurt for this game with a knee injury suffered in their tournament, and so basically, we really have one that we really need to worry about, but then after that, everybody is very, very balanced after that.
And that Taylor Bell had a big game in their championship contest.
She had a big game coming off the bench. She hit 3 or 4 threes in that game, which is something she really doesn't do, but she was feeling it that game, and she let it fly.
We'll be back with more from Coach Bluter after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs, but what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I have some exciting news to share. At Wahlburgers, we are all about bringing the family together to enjoy a great meal and have a great time. That's why right now, for a limited time, kids eat free every day at all Hy-Vee Wahlburger locations. Kids 12 and under can enjoy one free kids meal with any purchase of an adult burger, sandwich, or entree salad.
Bring the family to Wahlburgers and the Wahlburgers and Hy-Vee stores, where right now kids can eat free.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. They've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376. What are you craving? The Wig & Pen in Ankeny across from DMAC is proud to be the home of the famous Flying Tomato Pizza. The Wig has all your favorites, including thin crust and Chicago-style pizza, appetizers, lots of sandwiches, pints of beer, plus a full bar. And this family-friendly local favorite is hiring. All ages are encouraged to apply from 15 to 115. Flexible hours and a fun environment? Call or just come on in. The Wig & Pen in Ankeny. What are you craving?
To get up and down the floor and get those paint touches, and seems like Monica really, it'll be interesting to see how they try to defend her in the post, but could have another big night, which is kind of night in and night out, isn't it?
Yeah, she should have a good night tonight, but they will try to front her, and they'll bring weak side help and try to stop us from going inside. They'll also double team her every time she gets the basketball. But really, by now, we've seen almost everything, and so it's just remembering, how to handle everything and going from there.
And it seems like this team is confident and ready to go, and have to be really excited to get back on the floor.
Yeah, they are. They're kind of really excited to be able to play it in Carver, and they want to make it a weekend in Carver, not just one game for sure.
No doubt about it, Coach. Good luck to the Hawks.
Thanks, Rob.
Head coach Lisa Bluter on the pregame show. Back with more after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
About 4 minutes to go until both teams head over to their respective benches to get ready for first round tournament action and the right to meet Georgia on Sunday after the Lady Bulldogs took care of Florida State 66-54. Hawkeyes warming up the basket to our left and the Lady Lions to our right. The Hawks go gold today. They'll have the gold uniforms on. And Jamie, here we go. It's real postseason time now. Tournament time.
Oh, man. There's nothing better, though. This is, you've played all those games before, literally, for this game. And hopefully then the next game and the next. But really, it's just for this single game, this opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament. And here we go. It's an exciting thing that they can be on their home court. And I'm guessing you want to hear the keys, right, Rob?
Let's do it.
Okay, so keys for a victory today. I think a huge one is getting that ball inside. I say this all the time. I do say that. But really, Iowa has a great advantage in the post today. I think they don't have a true post, not to one that we're in Big Ten standards. So get the ball inside. But you can always kick it back out if it's taken away. The second one, transition defense. They're a fast team. They're a scrappy team. And so if you can take away their transition offense, that's going to slow them down, and that's going to be a great thing for Iowa. And then a last one, I think, is setting that tone aggressively on the defensive end right from the start, right? Don't allow them to drive in and just get the layups that they want. They don't shoot tons and tons of threes. They're looking for drives. They're looking to create. And so if Iowa can just make sure and establish that right away that, hey, we know how to stop drives, which they do, I think it'll be great.
One thing is, Iowa, certainly heavily favored in this game, but you always have to be careful. You go back to that 2019 Mercer contest. Right. That was probably the closest game Iowa had, getting all the way to the Elite Eight.
Yeah. I think that Iowa I think they're ready to go. I don't think they're taking anything for granted. They remember last year, everyone's thinking about it and the Creighton game, and Iowa remembers it because they were the ones playing it, right? So that is something that's in the back of their mind during all these games, especially this one today is come out, be aggressive. This team, you're going to treat them like they're number one, and you're trying to attack them, and you're going to defeat them by as many points as possible.
Too, Jamie, it always is interesting because you get into the conference tournament portion of the season, and if you're in a team that's heading to the NCAA tournament. You want to win, but if you don't, you know that you get another opportunity.
Right.
That doesn't exist anymore.
I know. It's like when you lose, your season is over. And that adds a level that people aren't used to seeing because you don't have that in the regular season. The good thing for Iowa, I think that they'll get nervous, but you don't have as much of a, like, oh my God, it's my last time ever playing. Because a lot of people are still coming back next season, and so you do have a little bit of a cushion there where I think when people are seniors in their very last year, it can add that level of stress. So Iowa has an advantage, I think, when it comes to that.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You are listening to Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Hawkeyes' last game was that impressive victory over Ohio State for the Big Ten tournament title back on the 5th of March for Southeastern Louisiana. They last played on the 9th of March. Starting lineups getting ready to be introduced, and for the Lady Lions come into this contest at 21-9, coached by Isla Gazzardo. Jen Pierre is the point guard. She's a 5'5" freshman, averaging 7.7 points a game. Sierra Cunningham, transfer from Sheldon State, a 5'7" senior, averaging 7.3, 3.2 rebounds a contest. Chrissy Brown, 5'9" senior, averaging 6.4 and 6.9. Natalie Kelly, in the middle, goes at 6'3", and a senior, transfer from Auburn. Not a big scorer, but is a very efficient shot blocker. She's actually 5th all-time in block shots in school history. And the Lady Lions' best player is a 5'10" junior, Haley Giratano, coming off of 15-8 against Lamar in the championship game of the Southland Conference. The Hawkeyes will counter with Kate Martin, averaging 7.5. McKenna Warnock, averaging 11 and 5.9 rebounds. Had 11 rebounds the last time out against Ohio State. Monica Sonato in the middle at 17-3 and 6.5. And congratulations to Monica, as she was named Associated Press Honorable Mention All-American for the second time. And Caitlin Clark was, again, first team All-American by way of the Associated Press. That's back-to-back for Clark, averaging 27 points a game, 7.5 boards, and 8.1 rebounds. Or make that assists, 8.1 assists. Gabby Marshall, how exceptional has her three-point shooting been? Has that average all the way up over 37. Just a couple of weeks ago, it was right around that 30 mark, maybe a little bit under. Just a tremendous job shooting the basketball late February and early March. And Jamie, this was a hot ticket.
It was
this
a hot
week
ticket,
when
yes.
They went on sale.
I mean, they sold out within 20 minutes, and a lot of that's due to the fact that if you were a season ticket holder, you got seats first, and I think that that's a great thing. That's actually how most pro teams do it when you come to postseason play, so it's pretty normal to have it transition to NCAA. And I'll tell you one thing, everyone who got a ticket looks like they showed up today. You don't see an open seat, and that is crazy.
Yeah, even behind the baskets all the way to the very top. Looks like every seat is filled for this game.
It is. I have never seen that. And this is the first round, right? And everyone's like, oh, you're thinking the second round's going to be the better game. But everyone showed up today, and you should. Because this is still an important game. This is the first step. If you don't take this step, you don't get to go on.
Of course, the women's tournament started earlier today, so several teams in action. We'll keep you up to date on scores, not only from the Hawkeyes bracket, but around the country. Men's tournament in its second day. Unfortunately, the Iowa men bowed out last night against Auburn, fought back hard. Just Auburn a little too much coming down the stretch. So now it's Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Will carry us through the rest of the month and hopefully beyond.
Yep, they got the weight of Hawkeye Nation on them, but I think that they're ready for that. They got the weight around the nation, I would say. But a lot of people looking at them, especially after getting that number 2 seed, a lot of conversations of maybe that brought a little bit more attention to Iowa because of that, though. Thinking and the fact that some people are saying they thought they should be at number 1. That's some credit to Iowa. And hopefully it works out the way it's supposed to.
The layoff. Have not played since March 5th, so it'll be interesting here this first 3 or 4 minutes. Get the shots going and just kind of get back in the flow of game competition.
It is always exciting to see them come out because you never know who's going to be the first person to make the basket for Iowa. Like that's kind of a thing that gets dispersed amongst them.
As we told you, the Hawkeyes in the gold uniforms, the script Iowa across the front. Southeastern Louisiana in black uniforms, says Southeastern in gold across the front. Green and gold and black, the colors of Southeastern Louisiana out of Hammond, Louisiana. Winners of 4 in a row. Natalie Kelly will jump center with Monica Sonano. Crowd is on its feet, and we are ready for the first round of the NCAA tournament. The ball is in the air. Sonano wins the tap and picked up in the backcourt by Gabby Marshall. And right away, Chrissy Brown is going to be all over Caitlin Clark. Clark gets into the paint, kicks it left side to Gabby Marshall. She brings it to the top of the key area. Really man-to-man defense the whole way for the Lady Lions. Cross-court pass to Gabby Marshall. 3 left wing.
She's still on fire. So that's good. That fire didn't go out for Gabby Marshall.
She's been beyond hot.
Oh, my goodness.
First possession for the Lady Lions. Giratano gets it back out to Jen Pierre. She runs the show. Point guard for the Lady Lions, and she'll pull up from 17, and the shot rolls off the right side of the rim. Rebound down to Kate Martin, and then she tried to get a pass to Caitlin Clark, and Clark took an extra step. You can see the game plan with Southeastern is that they are going to pick Caitlin Clark up in the backcourt.
They are going to glue. You can tell that player is glued to her, and her coach has obviously said, keep a hand on her at all times.
So Southeastern gets the ball in underneath their basket as Giratano gets into the paint, drops it inside to Brown. She goes up, has it blocked by Warnock, and the ball dug up by Sonano. Down court to Clark on the left wing. She drives in, shot is up and no good from the paint, but she is fouled and will come to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
And I love the lead pass by Kate Martin there. She was looking right up, and some teams will not try to keep, Clark's getting doubled like this. Let's just try to run the offense, but I do appreciate that Iowa's trying to find ways to get her to score.
And Clark knocks down the first free throw. Second one perfect. And the Hawkeyes jump out 5-0. Pierre brings it across the timeline for Southeastern. Angles left side, hands to Cunningham. She'll pull up from 14 and knock it down straight away. First basket for Southeastern Louisiana. And they will go full court, pressured defensively, and then back off as Clark has the ball against Brown across the timeline, 5-2. Clark will pull for 3 straight away and knock it down.
Clark obviously hasn't pulled off either, so looking pretty good for 2 of the Hawkeyes who have shot so far.
Here's Pierre, top of the key. Hands it off to Giratano. Now to Cunningham, and she knocks down a jumper from 18 feet straight away. So all 4 for the Lady Lions from Cunningham. 8-4 Hawkeyes. Inside, Sonano turns left shoulder, shot no. Clark gets the rebound, baseline jumper, 15, got it.
It wasn't even like a jumper. She was kind of off put, but you could tell she was focused on hitting the shot, right? She had laser focus right on the rim.
Clark with 7.
Just a little unconventional of a shot for her, but I liked it.
10-4. Pierre, free throw line extended left. Brown, top of the key, drives down the right side. Now to Cunningham on the right wing. She'll pull from 18 again. This shot is short. Ball tipped around. Brown digs it up. Another opportunity for the Lady Lions. Pierre gets into the paint. Has it swatted away by Warnock. Into the hands of Clark. She's going to think about a logo 3, but then is fouled from behind. That'll be a reach on Jen Pierre.
And Clark on that, yes, it's a foul on Pierre, but you can see that Clark also looked at herself like, can't do that, right? You got to be aware that there's people behind you. And so you got to like when a player checks themselves, even if they drew the foul.
Clark gets it to Gabby Marshall for 3, right wing. This one bounced on the right side of the iron, no good. And the rebound down to Brown of Southeastern. Pierre across the timeline, gets it into the corner. Giratano. And now Pierre will set it up. Near midcourt, she'll angle left side, keep that right-handed dribble going. Iowa up 6. Gets a Kelly screen. She'll pull from the top of the key. Shot no good off the left side of the iron. Sonano the rebound in the paint. Gets it to Clark. Down court pass to Kate Martin on the right wing. Kate dribbles between her legs, pulls it back out behind the arc. Now drives paint, pulls up. Shot is off balance, no. And the rebound hauled down by Natalie Kelly. Hawks on top, 10-4. Southeastern with the basketball. Get it into Giratano, turnaround jump shot, that's an air ball. Missed it from the paint. Clark, down court pass, wide open, Gabby Marshall, layup, no good, a little bit strong. And hopefully Gabby's okay, came down a little bit awkward. Giratano now gets it inside to Brown, nice pump fake, and she lays it up and in. 5'9" senior gets her first basket, 10-6, Iowa. Clark across the timeline. Brown all over her. Now they come out to double Caitlin, and she took an extra step as she tried to get a pass inside to Monica Sonano. Sydney Fulter comes into the game for Kate Martin.
And good read by that, but so now Iowa knows, right? They're going to jump that far out on the screen, so the next time get ready to see what they're going to do and create with that.
5:53 left to go, first quarter. Iowa 10, Southeastern Louisiana 6 with the basketball. Here's Pierre. Marshall on her. Now Bell into the game. She fires a three-pointer right wing, no good. She had a big game the last time out against Lamar with 21 points, 17 in the second half, and Pierre commits the foul against Caitlin Clark at midcourt.
I think that might be 2 on Pierre.
That's her second. And this is not a deep team.
No, it's not a deep team at all.
Southeastern Louisiana. Hawks get it in. Warnock hands it off to Clark in the backcourt. Now Cunningham comes out on her. Clark in between the circles, angles right side all the way to the rim. Shot off the rim. And it goes in off the glass. Kind of climbed the right side of the rim. Off the window, Clark with 9.
A great creation. They cleared it out for Clark. They gave her some space, and then she could go one-on-one on that right side.
12-6 Hawkeyes. Giratano. Hook pass inside to Kelly, and she lays it up and in. Kelly at 6'3", not a big score, gets her first bucket. Here's Warnock on the left wing, loses control of the ball, and it was kicked out of bounds by Southeastern. Hawkeyes by 4 as Molly Davis comes in for Gabby Marshall. Iowa basketball underneath their own hoop. Clark lobs it out to Sonano. Now to a Fulter. Now to Clark coming off a screen for 3. Rattled it home from the left wing.
Woo. Caitlin Clark.
With 12.
She loves showing up for big games, though. We already knew that about her.
Hawks go up 15-8. 4:45 first. Here's Bell in between the circles. She'll pull from 16 straight away in and out. But Fulter the rebound. Brings it across the timeline. Surveys the court, looks inside, gets it to Sonano, turns, goes to the left hand, does not finish, but will shoot a pair as she is fouled on the inside. Natalie Kelly picks up her first. Plenty of action to start this one as we reach our first timeout with 4:28 left to go. in quarter number 1. Iowa 15 and Southeastern Louisiana 8. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skoglund Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
At U.S. Cellular, we think phones are great, but they're not always great for us. Because while they connect us to so much, they can also distract us from, well, us. The us that actually laughs out loud with each other instead of just texting it. That knows being in the same room doesn't always mean being together. So let's find us again by putting our phones down. Not forever, just for 5. 5 days, 5 hours, even 5 minutes. Join U.S. Cellular in the Phones Down for 5 challenge. Find out more at uscellular.com/findus.
Iowa 15 and Southeastern Louisiana 8 with 4:28 left to go in the first quarter. This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Need to recycle old working refrigerators and deep freezers? Visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for details, plus energy-saving tips. Jamie, good start for the Hawks.
A great start for the Hawkeyes.
And especially Caitlin Clark.
Oh, yeah. Caitlin can't do actually any better, probably. Had a couple turnovers, it looks like, but 4 for 4 from the field, 2 for 2 from the three-point line, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So scoring-wise, man, she is ready to play today. And Gabby Marshall also 1 of 2 from the three-point line. I know that some people are working today. I have a couple of colleagues, Amanda, Jenny, and Al are listening.
That can't be possible. Somebody's working?
Someone's working. I don't know how, but apparently they're working. So hi to them. Hi to Jackie, who is not working, but she is at a beach. There's a lot of people out there. So if you are working, we're sorry to hear that, but at least you have the radio and or the television to be able to watch this game and consume it in that way and know that Sunday is coming, and hopefully you can find your way there.
So Sonano, after being fouled on the inside, going to that left-handed hook, drills the first free throw. Monica's first point. Second one, got it. Bucks 4 out of 4 from the free throw line, go up 17-8. 4:23 first quarter. Here's Southeastern with Cunningham on the right wing. Tries to drive baseline against Molly Davis. Hands to Bell, who has come off the bench for the Lady Lions. Now we'll set things up with Cunningham in between the circles. McKenna Warnock out on her with 8 to shoot. Now Bell working on the left side, tries to spin inside. Shot is up and short, and the ball knocked away and out of bounds. Touched last by Sonano as Bell went after her own rebound after she missed the shot. 7 out of 9 from the floor was Taylor Bell, the 5'11" sophomore, against Lamar in the Southland Conference Championship game. 20 seconds on the clock. Here's Bell trying to create some offense. Now gets it to Girantano, who goes up in the paint and gets it to go for her first basket, the leading scorer for the Lady Lions. Here's Clark, gets a pass inside. Sonano goes to the left hand, layup off the window, good.
I mean, that was a good read by her. She went up, faked the shot. Good job keeping one of her feet down so she could pivot out, and then a nice wraparound pass inside to Monica Sonano.
Cunningham, one-handed pass to Kelly, who reverses the ball to Brown, drives in and pulls up from 10 feet and knocks it down. Brown with 4. Clark across the timeline. There's a logo 3. Slipped and fell. Ball into the hands to Cunningham. She tries to drop a pass inside. Picked off by Molly Davis. Davis across the timeline. Iowa by 7. Davis angles right side. Lob pass inside. Monica Sonano layup 2 more.
That was really pretty pass by Molly Davis. And then you got to give credit to Monica Sonano to hold that and keep that position, because there's not much room between her and the basket there.
Lob pass from the right wing to the right block. Sonano with 6. Hawkeyes go up 21-12. There's a jumper from the elbow that is no good by Girantano. Clark the rebound, pushes it ahead to Molly Davis. Floater right side, good from 8 feet.
That was a beautiful floater, and she has a nice floater when she has some time to use it. So kudos to Molly Davis to create that and then also force that timeout by Southeastern Louisiana.
And the Hawkeyes have made 5 of their last 6 from the floor to go up 23-12. And you know, Jamie, interesting thing, you watch some of the television coverage from Louisiana about this game, and you know, the players seem pretty confident. They said, hey, Iowa hasn't seen a defense like we're going to show them. And you want to be confident, but they really put it out there.
Right.
And I know Coach Bluter showed the team some of those clips, and not that you need any extra motivation, but hey, if you're going to lay it out there and give it to them, you got to take it.
Right. And you know who that fuels the most, though, right? We all know.
And we can tell.
Hearing things like that, especially with press break, because Iowa, I do think, has some pride when it comes to breaking presses, because so far this year they've done a pretty good job of anything that's been thrown at them, figuring out a way through it. Even if they have a turnover here or there, they've figured it out and they've been able to break it.
Well, it's a great time to join the Iowa Lottery's free VIP club. Members receive free plays, special offers, insider news, and can enter promotions to win cash and other great prizes. Visit www.ialottery.com/VIP to learn more. This afternoon's game also brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes Hawkeye fans back to the NCAA tournament inside Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. Told you Iowa 5 of their last 6, 12 for Clark, 6 for Sonano, a 3-pointer by Gabby Marshall, and a floater by Molly Davis.
Right. Well, so far today, I just think Iowa is figuring out how to come out here and attack, and that was a key. That's a key to today, and it's going to be a key to every game going forward. But coming out and always thinking, this is a big game, this is important to us, and every game, that singular game is the important game. And then the next one, if we can get to that, great. But they do a good job of focusing in on today. Shooting 8 of 13 so far from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point line. They were so good shooting at their last 2 games in the Big Ten tournament. So you gotta think that Iowa has some of that momentum still with them. And you never know when they have that huge layoff, whether they're gonna be able to come back out and hit those threes. But you know what? It's looking good so far, at least in this first quarter.
And both teams really attacking that paint, as Southeastern has 10 points in the paint and Iowa has 8.
And we said Southeastern doesn't shoot a ton of threes. Well, they've only shot 1 so far. And that's partly Iowa is pushing them, but that's what they do. Southeastern is not looking for the 3, they're looking for the drives. And so Iowa is able to focus on that a little bit on their defensive side.
Now, they don't necessarily try to get all the way to the rim, but they'll pull up from 10 or 15 feet and try to knock that one down.
Yep, and you can tell like they don't have height on their side. They don't. It's not a thing, but they have speed, and they're trying to use what they have. And that's what good coaches do, though. You use what is given on your team, and so that's what Southeastern Louisiana's coach is doing is, we got speed, let's use it. We don't have the height, but we're going to create.
And Stolke into the game for the first time. Big hand for her as Girantano goes to work in the paint against Kate Martin. Shot no good. Stolke the weak side rebound, 23-12. Hawkeyes with the lead in the basketball. Molly Davis in between the circles, gets it to Gabby Marshall. It's a pass inside to Hannah Stolke, goes to work and is fouled as she made a spin move toward the baseline. And Hannah will come to the free throw line to shoot 2. Taylor Bell picks up her first. Deja Harvey into the game for the Lady Lions, a 5'9" junior. Does have 7 starts this year. Southeastern, the number 15 seed in the region, as the free throw is short.
I like Hannah Stolke's move on that last one. I think she's trying to expand and do the one using and seeing what she can do with just one dribble. So she did one dribble move, and I like that for her. I think that one dribble could make her take her kind of to the next level as a post.
Second one spins out, so 0 for 2 at the free throw line for Stolke. And then the Lady Lions throw it away. Trying to get the ball from the left side of the court to the right side. Miscommunication. Iowa basketball up 23-12. 1:40 left to go. First quarter. Martin gets it to Clark. Inside. Stolke, left-handed layup is good off the window. Beautiful fast break.
I know, and that's the way that Iowa does it, right? That's when we're talking about fast breaks. It's not that Iowa is the best ball handlers in the world. They're great at passing. That's why they can break it so well.
Cunningham on the right wing gets it back out to Bell. Her three-pointer from beyond the top of the key is good.
And Iowa knows that Bell had a breakout game in the previous game, and that's someone you always have to be careful of in the next game.
She's only a 27% three-point shooter, but did a terrific job the last time out. A Falter kicks it out right side. Kate Martin for 3.
Yes, Kate! Kate the Great!
28-15, under a minute, first quarter. Here's Bell on the right wing. Stolke comes out on her, versus the ball to Cunningham. Free throw line extended left. Bell kind of saunters over to set a screen, and now Cunningham goes to the baseline, pulls up from 17, and knocks down a tough shot. Cunningham with 6. They lead the way for the Lady Lions. Hawkeyes can pretty much hold for the final shot of the first quarter, up 28-17. Clark out near the timeline. Chrissy Brown, 5'9" senior, on her. Really defending her tightly. Now high post area to Stolke. Flips it back to Clark with 4. Caitlin drives all the way in.
Oh.
Scoop layup, no good. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Had a great lane.
It was a great lane.
Just a little bit short.
Oh, you saw her little frustration, like, God. But she had a great first quarter. 4 for 6 from the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line. A lot of people would be dying for those stats. So, and that's what Clark did in one quarter.
Clark had 12 of Iowa's 28. We have played 10 minutes from Carver Hawkeye Arena, the first round of the NCAA tournament. Hawkeyes 28, the Lady Lions of Southeastern Louisiana 17. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Axe throwing is not just for lumberjacks anymore. It's for everyone. Are you looking for some competitive fun in the Des Moines area? Ironside Axe Club offers parties, corporate team building, and leagues. Come let us teach you how to throw axes or come to sharpen your skills. It's great as a date night and even better with a group of friends. Check out our weekly activities, including morning blend networking, lunch and throw, trivia, Thirsty Thursday, and league. Visit our website at IronsideAxeClub.com and unleash your inner Viking.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I have some exciting news to share. At Wahlburgers, we are all about bringing the family together to enjoy a great meal and have a great time. That's why right now, for a limited time, kids eat free every day at all Hy-Vee Wahlburger locations. Kids 12 and under can enjoy one free kids meal with any purchase of an adult burger, sandwich, or entree salad.
Bring the family to Wahlburgers and the Wahlburgers and Hy-Vee stores, where right now, kids can eat free.
Hawkeyes lead after one, 28-17. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year. proudly supports Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Trust Dodge Straight Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Straight Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. I think, Jamie, the key thing, when you haven't played for a while and the NCAA tournament starts, is how well do you shoot the ball? And the Hawkeyes 10 out of 16. 4 out of 6 from 3. That's a really good sign.
That is a really good sign. Great way to start the NCAA tournament. Quick shout out to Isaac McGee listening in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We got my mom listening in, but she does that every time, so I don't think that's a surprise.
How do you get your mom to listen? Huh? That's probably the toughest one, isn't it?
I know, right?
Here's Clark. After Cunningham had it taken away, the spin move in the paint off the window, and Clark is fouled, and she has 14 coming to the free throw line.
See, she's somebody who makes lemonade out of lemons, right? She almost lost the ball out there at the arc, and then instead just figured out a way to turn in a crazy turnaround layup, right? Like, only Caitlin Clark's going to do that. Lemonade all day.
And knocks down the free throw. 15 for Clark. The Hawks go up 31-17. First minute of quarter number 2. Here's Harvey. She'll fire a three-pointer right side, rattles around, no good, and a foul underneath. Let's see if this will go against McKenna Warnock. And that'll be her first and Iowa's first foul of the ballgame.
Which is kind of surprising because, you know, Southeast Louisiana, they're driving. They are driving.
And stepping out of bounds after receiving the inbounds pass is Taylor Bell. Bell has started 10 games this year. Does have three-point range, which she has shown us. Knocked one down. But she is definitely looking to take that ball to the rim. Down court pass to Clark. Drives in. Nobody stops her. Right-handed layup off the window.
Everyone's just watching. Is it going to be that? It is that easy for her that time. Got it.
17 for Clark. Hawks go up 33-17. Not even a minute into the second quarter. Cunningham in between the circles. Bell on the right side. Puts the ball on the floor. Drives in. Goes hard to the rim. Long on the shot, but an Iowa foul. Sonano, her first.
Monica Sonano did a good job of coming over and helping right there. Just had a little bit of body, which is where they're calling that foul. She was straight up, but she did come in a little bit with her body.
You know, and Taylor Bell, kind of a wide body, broad shoulders, and not afraid to put it on the floor and go up strong, and she makes the free throw. Bell with 4. Eyes the bucket. Got it. 5 for Bell, and it's 33-19. Approaching 9 minutes left to go in the second. Clark brings it into the front court. Oh, saw a wide open Monica Sonano, and maybe a little too quick with that pass. And Monica wasn't ready for it, didn't see it, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah. Pretty fast and a little under the basket, right? And all of those combined, never going to be able to touch that.
And Caitlin said, hey, that's on me. That's my fault.
Yep. Oh.
Almost a steal by Clark.
My Midwestern got out of me. You hear that? Oh.
As Pierre has the ball in between the circles. Clark in a defensive stance against her. Now she brings the ball to the right side. 8 to shoot. Gets a screen for Bell. Goes up with an off-balance shot from 15. Right wing, no good. Sonano the rebound. Pushes the ball ahead to Clark across the timeline. Caitlin on the right wing. Now finds Monica Sonano racing to the basket. Layup good by Sonano. She has 8.
Such a good read by Sonano, though. She slipped the screen. She went in for a screen on Caitlin Clark and slipped it so well and kept her arms up high, and the pass was perfectly placed so that there was no defenders who could touch it.
Here's Bell. Right wing, 15-foot jumper, and she drills it. So averages 8.5, but had 22 in the Southland Championship game. So she's continued to score. Martin for 3, left wing, no good. A little bit strong with that one. Pierre with the rebound, racing down the court. Flips it off for Brown, and her layup is good. The best fast break for the Lady Lions today.
And Pierre's been out, remember. She's been out, so she's just now coming back into the second quarter after missing a lot of the first with those 2 fouls.
Brown has 6, 35-23. Clark tried to get it back from Warnock, but it's swiped away by the Lady Lions. And now, Girantano, three-point jumper is no good straight away. Ball loose on the floor. Clark dives after it, as does Pierre. And Pierre gets the timeout. Good hustle both sides. And the Lions will have the ball after the timeout. 7:12 left to go. Second quarter action from Iowa City. First round of the NCAA tournament. The Hawkeyes 35, the Lady Lions 23. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? Oh, no way, dude. Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen. To draft an agent for your team, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Led by Caitlin Clark, 17. Iowa leads 35-23. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Take a closer look, and you'll discover the many connections you have to corn. And those connections translate into wins for farmers and wins for all Iowans. Share your winning moments using hashtag #IowansWin. University of Iowa Healthcare has a game plan for your same-day healthcare needs. If you need treatment for a common illness or a minor injury, visit one of several UI Quick Care or Urgent Care locations throughout the Iowa City Cedar Rapids corridor. Their care and expertise will help you get back in the game. UI Healthcare, proud to sponsor the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Well, Rob, still Iowa shooting really well, but I would say the Lady Lions are starting to turn it up a little bit here in the second quarter, specifically so far. Just shooting a little bit better and going a little bit more on their runs, but still Iowa is pretty much dominating them. But 7 and 6 in the second quarter, so it seems more evenly matched.
More paint touches for the Hawkeyes here in this quarter, too.
I think that it should open up the more and more that Iowa's able to score and hit those threes. That should open up the paint and make it one-on-one play for Sonano.
Winner gets Georgia on Sunday. 66-54 over Florida State. Hawkeyes still shooting a nice percentage at 65%. 41 for Southeastern. Lady Lions with the basketball. Bell goes to work down the right side of the paint. Knocked away on the block shot by McKenna Warnock.
Yeah, that's got to be 3 blocks for Warnock. Oh, yeah, it is 3 blocks for Warnock. And 3 really clean blocks. Timing it really well.
35-23. Bell gets the inbounds and fires up a jumper from the baseline. No. Rebound to Clark. Down court to Marshall. She digs it up in the corner. And now we'll reset for the Hawkeyes. Now Warnock, wide open 3 left wing.
Leave her open. She's going to shoot it and probably going to make it. But Warnock, the reason she could get that shot is Bell was sagging off of her because Clark was posting up down low. So those are nice things that can happen when Clark goes and tries a different move. 4
of Iowa's 5 starters have a 3-pointer. Here's Harvey. Gets it to Pierre. Speedy point guard now kicks it off to the left side. And now Harvey lost control of it, trying to get the ball to the left wing. Dug up by Marshall. Ahead to Kate Martin on the left wing. 38-23 Hawkeyes. 6:15 left to go until halftime. Here's Clark in between the circles, looks inside, and now gets it to the left wing. Gabby Marshall holds the ball on her right side. Now to Clark, whips it inside. Sonano goes to work short on the turnaround shot. Rebound taken down by Kelly. Great execution. Just didn't get it to go. Under 6, second quarter. Bell, a jumper from left to the top of the key, no good. Martin the rebound. Ahead to Clark across the timeline. Hesitates, tries to get into the paint. Has it taken away on a double team by Brown. Bounce pass to Pierre. Back to Brown. Layup good.
That was a nice job by Pierre on that.
Yep, she's got a good, quick first step. Good passer in transition. 38-25 and a whistle away from the ball. Foul on the Lady Lions. Brown picks up her first. A hold against Clark. As Anna Stolke comes back in. Cunningham back for the Lady Lions. As is Janasia Flowers. 5'9" sophomore. 38-25, Hawkeyes with the lead in the basketball. Here's Clark. Now Girantano comes out on her. Into the corner, Stolke. Away from the hoop. Now to Kate Martin for three, right wing. Off the left side. Rebound. Put back by Warnock. Couldn't get it to go. McKenna grabs another rebound and looked like she was held.
McKenna Warnock versus the world underneath the basket.
That'll go against Kelly. Her second. Now it's 3 players, Jamie, with 3 fouls for the Lady Lions. Ball possession for the Hawks. Stolke receives a pass from Clark. Now Caitlin gets it back. Pulls up from 14. No. Missed it from the paint. Pierre the rebound. 38-25 Hawkeyes. Pierre hesitates, goes to the rim. Shot no. Rebound taken down by Kelly. Now kicks it back out. Jumper Flowers no from 3. And Warnock gets the rebound ahead to Gabby Marshall. Marshall on the right side. Inside Stolke. Clark is knocked down. Kicks it back out to Warnock. Three-pointer no. Battle for the rebound underneath. Touch last by Kate Martin. And it will be Southeastern Louisiana basketball.
And Iowa on a bit of a scoring drought right now. They're putting up shots, not going in at the moment. Past 2 minutes, 18 seconds.
0 for their last 5. But the Lady Lions just 1 for their last 7. 38-25, 4:25 left to go, second quarter. Pierre gets the pass to Bell at the free throw line, spins in the paint, tries to create some space, and she traveled. Great job by Stolke. Yep.
Man, she did a good job of getting in position, just kind of holding it. She wasn't trying to push back or do anything like that, which is hard to do as body control, and she did a great job of just kind of standing there and being a brick wall.
Yeah, because Bell was driving that shoulder in, trying to create some space. Sonano back for the Hawkeyes. 38-25, 4:17 left to go, second quarter. Hawks have led the entire ballgame. Led 28-17 after 1. Molly Davis back in with the basketball in the backcourt. Girantano out on her. Leading scorer for the Lady Lions just with 2 points. Martin gets the pass inside to Stolke. She's double teamed on the block and took an extra step.
I'm just going to need to help her on that. If you see that she's caught up, someone's got to come behind, talk to her a little bit, help her out so she knows where to pass to.
That's what the Lady Lions are doing. They're doubling down on the post, whether it's Sonano or Stolke. Lady Lions with the ball. Pierre, floater on the baseline, goes up and finishes. Tough shot for her first 2. 38-27. Here's Martin in between the circles in the front court. Whips a pass inside to Sonano, goes to the left hand and lays it up and in.
They're shooting with whatever hand today, which is awesome. It's so great that she is able to shoot with whatever hand is the better hand to shoot with under there.
Great job by Kate Martin though, to recognize the double team and get it inside. Here's Bell, faces the hoop and banks it home from 8 feet. Bell with 9. Here's Clark on the right wing for 3. Rimming no. Stolke almost had the rebound, then does dig it up. Gets it to Martin. Now back to Clark. Inside Stolke.
Yes,
layup good.
Reward her. That was hard work. Love it. Great pass from Caitlin Clark. You can tell the crowd is really into it right now. A little under 3 minutes here.
42-29. 2:47. Pierre in between the circles. Feeds it left side. Cunningham takes a couple dribbles. Now a rare three-pointer is up and no good by Girantano. And the rebound along the baseline, Sonano. Ahead to Clark. All the way to the rim.
Yes.
Floater
Oh my God.
is good with the right hand.
She makes it look so easy as she's just bobbing and weaving between the Lady Lions, right? She does such a good job seeing that
And
court.
now Clark getting the crowd involved. And it is loud. Cunningham on the right wing. Girantano plays catch with Bell. Bell tries to make a move, loses the ball to Clark. Across the timeline, pushes the ball to Molly Davis, left-handed layup. Count it. And she's fouled.
She got taken down, but she finished it. Whew.
Well, we know she can finish from the Ohio State game.
We do know that. And I loved Clark faking. Only Clark can fake a 3 like that and pull 2 defenders in a fast break situation, though, right? Everybody was like, oh gosh, she's in it. Nope, she faked you out entirely, and Molly Davis is wide open underneath.
And Davis will be at the free throw line as Addie O'Grady appears for the first time. A Fulter back for the Hawkeyes. Gabby Marshall as well in a 46-29 basketball game. A 6-0 run for the Hawkeyes the last 58 seconds.
Right, you could feel that they were just kind of, it was an okay quarter, but that was something that took them up a lot quicker.
Clark will get a quick breather.
She does not like breathers.
She does not.
Especially when there's a run happening, you can tell she's like, I don't want to stop this.
Now I think the officials, Jamie, are going to go take a look at that last foul just to make sure there wasn't anything excessive against Molly Davis.
It was a pretty aggressive foul, but I mean, I couldn't see. But yeah, they're checking to see if she got hit in the head. I don't think it would be, if anything, what's that, flagrant 1?
U.S. Cellular is on a mission to find us again by putting down our phones in the Phones Down for 5 challenge. 5 days, 5 hours, even 5 minutes. Find out more at uscellular.com/findus. Hawks 3 out of 3 in that 6-0 run.
You have to kind of slow down. We're trying to figure out this second quarter, and they've obviously figured it out. Even as Clark was going out, you saw her talking to Sydney Fulter and saying, let's keep going, trying to keep that pace up because it's hurting them right now. And it is going to hurt a team that only has really 8 players that can play. And is that 8? Is it? Okay. Because one of their 9th player just got hurt in their tournament game, I think.
Semifinals,
and so, I mean, they're down to 8 players for this. And so if you want to run and push against them, you may as well.
Yeah, Alexis Horn, second leading scorer for the Lady Lions. Averages 12. Unable to go today.
I don't know if they're going to, they might be calling something. They are going to call it.
2 of the officials out with Coach Bluter at midcourt.
I'm guessing they're calling, they are going to call it. They're going to call it technical. We're trying to figure out, so what's going on right now is the refs are talking. Okay.
So that's the call. So Iowa will get 2 free throws. And that'll be Kate Martin at the line to shoot the technicals.
And then I believe Molly should still shoot 1.
For the and 1. And then the Hawks will have the basketball. 46-29, 2:02 left to go. Second quarter action from a sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena. Martin perfect on the first. Kate with 4. Had 13 against Ohio State in the Big Ten title game. Second one. No rim on that either.
She's so excited. She's pretty proud of herself. Now Molly Davis will shoot.
So she'll shoot as she was fouled on that layup.
But they're not going to have her shoot? Are they going to say that it happened before? This is just guessing right now. Everything I'm saying right now is ending in a question
Molly
mark.
Davis was at the free throw line, so obviously he's not going to get a chance to complete the three-point play after the technical. But Iowa does have the basketball. Davis in between the circles. One-handed pass to Martin on the left wing. Kate with a bounce pass to the top of the key. Stalky makes a move down the right side. Bank shot good.
She has a great drive. Just so strong and takes it right up on that right-hand side and really controlled on this one. Sometimes she's not as controlled. This was a very controlled drive.
Put it on the floor a couple of times. Went up strong. 50-29. Cunningham for three. Right wing. Drills it. Sierra Cunningham with 9. O'Grady gets it into Molly Davis. Pursued by Pierre in the backcourt. And then is bumped by Pierre at midcourt. And that's 3 on Jen Pierre, who really kind of gets the Southeastern offense going from the point guard position.
I mean, she is aggressive out there.
So that'll get Flowers back in the game for Pierre. And Molly Davis now. Well, we knew she'd get to the free throw line eventually.
There she is.
So she'll get a pair. First one is good. Molly Davis with 5. Stalky with 6. That's 11 points off the Iowa bench. Second one also there. 52-32.
Iowa is, you can see even the starters are already sitting on the bench having some fun already. And I think it's okay because I think it's going to get a little rougher as we move on. 20-point lead going into halftime. That's pretty nice.
Clark is back. Cunningham, free throw line extended right. Flowers trying to get the pass to Girantano at the free throw line. Intercepted by the Hawks. Down court to Fulter as it's slapped away and out of bounds by Flowers. It'll be Iowa basketball along the baseline. Clark will throw it in. He looks inside, lobs it out to O'Grady. Now to a Fulter, hands it off to Clark. Now back inside to O'Grady, catches it, left-handed layup good.
Really pretty, not a ton of dribbling on that play. Nice movement without the ball by O'Grady and perfectly placed pass coming from Clark as she dropped in.
And good footwork by Addie. 54-32, Flowers, bounce pass to Brown along the baseline, she's doubled. Now in some trouble, and it's intercepted by Marshall. Down court to Clark, and she couldn't catch up with it. And the ball goes out of bounds along the baseline over to Southeastern.
Now looking, Southeastern looking like they're going to just take one shot.
Here's Cunningham. Flips a pass to Flowers, and she had it knocked away from behind by Marshall, and it's dug up by a Fulter. Now Marshall taps it forward to Clark, and now it's intercepted by Girantano. And she tried to get it to Stalky. Now a three-pointer left wing is long by Brown. Rebound to Clark, and that'll end quarter number 2. So the Hawks will
14-3 run to end that quarter.
And that's what you love to see. Hawkeyes shot it well, got that transition game going, and will lead it at the half, 54-32. Bud Light halftime show from Carver Hawkeye Arena. Up next, this is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah.
A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At MidAmerican Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
Hey everyone, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I have some exciting news to share. At Wahlburgers, we are all about bringing the family together to enjoy a great meal and have a great time. That's why right now, for a limited time, kids eat free every day at all Hy-Vee Wahlburger locations. Kids 12 and under can enjoy one free kids meal with any purchase of an adult burger, sandwich, or entree salad.
Bring the family to Wahlburgers and the Wahlburgers and Hy-Vee stores, where right now, kids can eat free.
Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. We are at the half, and it's time for the halftime show brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. Iowa 54 and Southeastern Louisiana 32. Hawks led 28-17 after one. The first half numbers.
Well, these are some pretty good numbers, if I do say so. Caitlin Clark leading the way with 7 of 11 shooting from the field, 2 for 4 from the three-point line, and perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line, getting her to 19 points for the Hawkeyes. Also in double digits, Monica Sonano with 10 points. She's 4 of 6 from the field. Hannah Sulke, perfect 3 for 3 from the field so far, giving her 6 points. 6 points also from Molly Davis. 5 coming from Kate Martin, 3 McKenna Warnock, 3 from Gabby Marshall, and 2 from Addie O'Grady. Looking at Southeasterns, they have 2 players with 9 points. That's Cunningham with 9, and 9 also coming from Bell. 8 coming from Chrissy Brown to get, and that helps get them up to their 32 points, while Iowa has 54. Rebounds leading the way for the Hawkeyes, 2 players with 5. Monica Sonano with 5 rebounds, and Caitlin Clark with 5 rebounds. For the Lady Lions, 5 rebounds coming from Brown. Iowa already with 13 assists today, 7 assists from Caitlin Clark, who also has 19 points. So just those 2 numbers together are astounding. 6 assists coming from Jen Pierre for the Lady Lions. Iowa already has 7 steals. Gabby Marshall leading the way with 3 of those. 2 coming from Giordano for Southeastern Louisiana. Iowa shooting a blazing 60.6% from the field and 46% from the three-point line. And the Lady Lions shooting just 40% from the field and 25% from the three-point line. There you go.
Hawkeyes 54 and the Lady Lions 32. The first round of the NCAA tournament. We'll check the scoreboard as there are already some finals around the country in the NCAA women's basketball tournament. We'll do that when we come back. Courtside Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Axe throwing is not just for lumberjacks anymore, it's for everyone. Are you looking for some competitive fun in the Des Moines area? Ironside Axe Club offers parties, corporate team building, and leagues. Come let us teach you how to throw axes or come to sharpen your skills. It's great as a date night and even better with a group of friends. Check out our weekly activities, including morning blend networking, lunch and throw, trivia, Thirsty Thursday, and league. Visit our website at ironsideaxeclub.com and unleash your inner Viking.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs, but what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Lisa Bluter looking for her 490th victory at the University of Iowa in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Hawks are well on their way. Lead it at the half, 54-32. We'll check the U.S. Bank scoreboard after we pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Put your trust in a bank that's been focused on serving the people and businesses in Iowa and all across the country since 1863. That's U.S. Bank. Stop by your local branch or log on today. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Finals on the women's side of the NCAA tournament so far. Michigan will advance. They took care of UNLV 71-59. Arizona 75, West Virginia 62. South Florida over Marquette in an 8-9 matchup, 67-65, and the winner of this game will face Georgia on Sunday as Georgia defeated Florida State 66-54. And South Carolina no problem with Norfolk State 72-40. Games in progress. Notre Dame is 72. Southern Utah 45. That's a 3-14 contest. And then a lot of games tonight, including the Creighton Blue Jays. Number 6 seed will take on Mississippi State in the Greenville region. Stanford will take on Sacred Heart later on as well. South Dakota State and USC. On the men's side, Michigan State was victorious this afternoon as they defeated USC by 10. Right now, Iowa State in some trouble against Pittsburgh as Pittsburgh leads it 33-25, just underway second half. UConn down 2 to Iona, 19-17. Creighton up 1 over NC State, 28-26. St. Mary's has defeated VCU 63-51. Baylor advances against UC Santa Barbara 74-56. Xavier had a scare today, but defeated Kennesaw State 72-67. And Purdue and Fairleigh Dickinson getting ready to get started a little bit later on, as is Providence and Kentucky, and also Drake and Miami of Florida tonight. Right here, it is Iowa 54, Southeastern Louisiana 32, as the Hawkeyes back out on the court. More halftime presented by Bud Light. After the break, this is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, they've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
At U.S. Cellular, we think phones are great, but they're not always great for us. Because while they connect us to so much, they can also distract us from, well, us. The us that actually laughs out loud with each other instead of just texting it. That knows being in the same room doesn't always mean being together. So let's find us again by putting our phones down. Not forever, just for 5. 5 days, 5 hours, even 5 minutes. Join U.S. Cellular in the Phones Down for 5 challenge. Find out more at uscellular.com/findus.
54-32, Iowa over Southeastern Louisiana. Hawks warming up, basket to our right. Points in the paint, Jamie, really going the Hawkeyes' way. Need more of it here in the third and fourth quarters.
Right. The points in the paint have opened up a lot for the Hawks in that second quarter. 28 for Iowa. Southeastern Louisiana just 16. But with a lot of drives, that's pretty good for Iowa. That means they're playing some pretty good D.
And nobody in foul trouble for the Hawkeyes. By my count, only 2 committed fouls.
Yeah.
One by Warnock, one by Sonano.
That is exactly accurate, actually. I'm not complaining. But great defense, that means. Good defense by the Iowa.
This has been the Bud Light Halftime Show. Third quarter action coming up next. Iowa 54, Southeastern Louisiana 32. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Hawks with their first possession of the third quarter go right inside quickly to Sonano. Takes one dribble and lays it up off the window. And there's a baseline jumper by Cunningham for the Lady Lions. It is short off the left side of the rim. The ball goes out of bounds. That's last by the Hawkeyes. So Iowa strikes first on its first possession to go up 56-32.
They're still playing really hard face guard on Clark.
Here's Pierre at the top of the key, hesitates, pulls from 15, contact with Gabby Marshall. The shot rattled around and fell out, but foul will be called on Gabby.
So if Iowa can come out in these next 5 minutes and put on a really good front, look to see that a lot of the starters are going to probably, I would be out the second half of that quarter, and then fourth quarter probably play again, but then be out the second half.
First free throw off the right side of the iron by Jen Pierre. Pierre did have 6 assists in the first 2 quarters, but not scoring much, but did get that one to go. She has 3. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt by Southeastern. Hawks break it easily. Now Clark gets it back from Warnock, and we've got a whistle away from the ball underneath, and this will be a shove on Southeastern. They'll be against Natalie Kelly, 6'3" center. That's her third. And Bell quickly comes in. She had 9 in the first half. Clark drops it inside. Sonano, little high-low action, and Monica now has 14.
If that wasn't a play, I don't know. I have no idea how they executed it so well and how they knew to cut when they did. So either that was a play or they are just that in tune with each other. It could be either one.
Here's Pierre dribbling around the right wing. Cross-court pass to Girantano. Now deep in the corner, right side. Cunningham buries the jumper. Clark tries to answer. Three-pointer right wing, no. Weak side rebound taken down by Cunningham. Cunningham with that three-pointer now has 12. Bell launches a 3 straight away, no. Ball tapped around into the hands of Pierre. Her jumper, Pate, no. Another rebound for the Lady Lions. And Cunningham will fire right wing, no good. Battle underneath, the ball tipped out of bounds. Touch last by Iowa.
And this was something Coach Bluter noted, right? They need to box out. The Lady Lions not the most effective shooters, but if you give them a bunch of chances, they're probably going to make at least one of them.
And that's what they do. Put it up on the rim and then go get it. 58-36, Hawkeyes. Lady Lions with the basketball. Cunningham in the paint, off balance jumper, no good. Rebound to Sonano. In the backcourt, Clark brings it across the timeline against Cunningham. Now at the top of the key, whips it inside to Sonano. Had it batted away by Bell. Gains it back and has it knocked out of her hands into the hands of Jen Pierre. Pierre across the timeline. Left side, Girantano, jumper no good. She is yet to get on track. But another weak side rebound for Southeastern. Get it back out to Bell for 3. Right at the top of the key, no good. Warnock the rebound. Martin lobs it down to Marshall for 3. Left wing, in and out. Sonano bats it back toward the timeline. Dug up by Martin. Kate has the ball. Bounce pass knocked away by Cunningham. And then Brown and Sonano both get on the ground. Tie-up situation. Possession arrow favors Southeastern Louisiana.
Just a little bit messy, right? The last 2 minutes. Take some breaths. Play your game. Southeastern, I mean, that's what they're trying to do, right? They are trying to disrupt and make things go quick, and that's going to help them, actually. Iowa needs to just play their own game.
So here's Brown, tries to maneuver inside, kicks it right side. Cunningham takes one dribble, fires up a long two, no good. And Martin had the ball taken away, but dug up by Warnock. Warnock in the front court. Marshall, right wing, inside Sonano, bounce pass to McKenna Warnock. And she lost control of it before she could go up. Nice pass, just a mishandled pass by McKenna.
Right. Really great look, though. I like that opportunity. I like that bounce pass, just a little bit of a drop pass basically behind, but good idea. It's open, it's there, just got to finish it.
Neither team able to score here for over 2 minutes. Here's Pierre. Pate had it knocked away, dug up by Marshall. Pierre not afraid, but not much height. Just goes at 5'5", and that's probably pushing it. Inside Sonano. And Pierre hits the ground, and we've got a whistle.
I think Clark is doing a really good job today of keeping her composure. She's being hawked and doing a good job of trying not to push off, and those are things that you need for the tournament because it's not going to stop. So making sure that she can be mentally tough.
And running different players at her all the time. Hawks get it in. Here's Martin in between the circles, and immediate whistle along the baseline. That'll go against Cunningham. That's her third. Pierre picked up her fourth. Came out of the game. Harvey in for the Lady Lions. 58-36, Hawks with the lead in the ball. Here's Clark coming off a screen left wing. Cross-court pass to Marshall. She dials up a three-pointer, rims around and falls out into the hands of Taylor Bell. Bell gets it to Cunningham across the timeline. Hands it off to Girantano, lost control of it. And now she's on the floor along with Kate Martin. Both get up. And the ball goes out of bounds. Stolke comes in for Sonano. So it'll be Southeastern basketball.
Both teams, you're right, are just shooting silent right now. Nothing's going in. Iowa 3 minutes without any points. Lady Lions 2.5 minutes without any points.
And they get it into Cunningham. Now a long-range jumper by Flowers, right wing, no good. Warnock the rebound, brings it herself across the timeline, 58-36. Marshall, and now a weak side foul.
I mean, they're just trying to bruise up Clark right now, which is probably it's frustrating, right? Like, that's their only goal right now is to bruise her up, and I do appreciate it. We're lucky we have refs, though, that are calling it and are still going to calling it each time, because some refs get tired of calling it, and they're still protecting her.
Flowers picks it up, and Clark buries the deep three.
That's a Loga three, for sure. I think from the eye on Herky, basically. Or it's forehead, the forehead of Herky.
Her first basket of the third. She has 22. There's a jumper left wing by Girantano. And as she went up, she is fouled. And that'll be Clark's first. 61-36 Iowa.
And finally ended that over 3 minute drought for Iowa.
Well, Southeastern probably wants to get to the free throw line too. They're 0 for their last 9.
Right. Well, for this quarter, they are 1 of 11 this quarter. This is the third quarter, 1 of 11 in 4.5 minutes.
And the free throw goes in for Girantano.
Iowa is 3 of 6, so they have shot 5 more shots because they've gotten a lot of O boards.
Second one also good. Girantano has 4. She was the Southland Conference Tournament MVP, averaging 12.4. Here's Marshall, gets it to Clark, flips a pass inside. Stolke goes up strong on the left side, couldn't finish, but is pushed from behind.
Stolke made that pass, not the best. It looked like it slipped maybe out of Clark's hand, so it had a bit of a loft to it, more than normal. But good job of Stolke sticking with the play, going after the ball, and still trying to create with it.
Deja Harvey picks up the foul, and Hannah Stolke at the free throw line with 5:07 left to go in the third. Free throw, got it.
I mean,
Anna with 7.
You hear so many cheers when Stolke hits a free throw.
62-38. Perfect. Stolke now 2 out of 4 from the line. 63-38. Approaching 5 to go, third quarter. Winner gets Georgia on Sunday. Here's Cunningham in between the circles. Left side, Flowers, almost taken away by McKenna Warnock. Tries to drop a pass inside to Bell. She lost control of it on the baseline and out of bounds. Over to the Hawkeyes.
Better intensity on that defensive end in that possession.
Timeout on the floor with 4:50 left to go in the third. Iowa 63, Southeastern Louisiana 38. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
Coco Creative Agency has launched the Inclusive Cultural Marketing Program, an initiative uplifting minority-owned businesses across Iowa. Businesses like Lola's Fine Hot Sauce, Forward Consulting, Own Your Check, and Humanize My Hoodie. For more information about Coco Creative Agency and these other great businesses, visit cococreates.com for more information. That's cococreates.com. Let's prioritize impact over transaction and uplift minority-owned businesses.
Hawkeyes shooting 50% in the third quarter, 3 out of 6, just 1 out of 4 from 3, but had a couple of tough luck bounces. And Hannah Stolke 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. And Southeastern ice cold to start the third quarter, 1 out of 11, and they have thrown up some three-pointers here. 1 out of 6, however, and 3 out of 4 from the line. So for the game, Southeastern is 15 of 46, 32%, 3 of 14 from 3, 21.4%, and just shot 6 free throws. Hawkeyes, on the other hand, 59% for the ball game, 23 of 39, 6 of 15 from 3, 11 out of 13 from the three-point line.
I mean, Iowa, you can tell, has definitely frustrated Southeastern if they take that many threes because the drives aren't working for them. Now they're just going to go to three-pointers, which is not their go-to, right? They're trying out something different to see if it works. It's not working for them. Hopefully Iowa can continue to disrupt their offense.
Hawkeye basketball against full court pressure. And we did hear the horn after the ball was inbounds.
I think it was an inadvertent horn.
Sure sounded like it.
Bet that person's a little
not at the appropriate time, right? So we'll do it again. Clark will throw it in against full court pressure thrown on by the Lady Lions. Clark gets it back from Warnock and brings it across the timeline. Dribbles with the left hand, gets to the free throw line, kicks it back out to Warnock. Warnock now down the left side of the lane, goes up strong.
Oh my goodness, how does she finish that? She's pulling a player along with her on her left arm and figures out a way to get that ball to go into the hoop along with it.
Yep, hanging on her left side and somehow kind of just shoved the ball up over the rim. Really good drive by Warnock. Will complete the three-point play with the made free throw.
She is just a tough player.
That goes big time, 11 rebounds against Ohio State. has 6 points and 6 boards in this game. Here's Cunningham at the top of the key, 66-38. Hawks have led the entire way. Now a double team. And Bell, three-pointer right wing, no good. After Brown got it to her, down court pass of Fulter, has it knocked away from behind by Bell and out of bounds along the baseline. Iowa basketball on top, 66-38. Marshall for Clark. Caitlin will sit down with 22. Hawks get it in. Here's Molly Davis. Now a Fulter, top of the key. Spins at the free throw line. Lost control of it. Kept her possession. Now to Stokey as she tries to go to work and took an extra step in the paint.
I got you, Jesse. I got you. Got some good basket mics, picking up people's combos. Iowa right now doing a little bit of transitions with their transitions here, and just the players we're going to be seeing. They're going to try to let some people rest their legs because this is going to be a quick turnaround for them. They get 1 game to prepare, or 1 day to prepare it, and then a game again on Sunday.
Hawks have played 9. Lady Lions with the ball. Here's Harvey in between the circles. Hands it off to Cunningham, left wing. Now to Bell. She'll try to make something happen. Long range 2, left side, no. Rebound in the paint, taken down by Warnock. That's her 7th. Now a Fulter across the timeline, 66-38. Marshall, free throw line extended right. Bell comes out on her. Now Stokey, right block, goes up strong off the window and knocks it in.
Stokey's having a game. She is having some great finishes. She's shooting really confidently, shooting quickly, and just kind of moving along with it like it's no big deal. And it's not for her because this is the end of her freshman season, not the beginning.
10 for Hannah Stokey. Jumper in the paint. Girantano a little bit strong. Stokey the rebound, and she's held in the backcourt by Bell. That's her 2nd. Bell had 9 in the first 2 quarters, nothing since. She's a shot hunter. I mean, she'll put it up with 2 players in her face.
Right, well, she's put up the most shots for anybody on their team. She has 13. She's put up 13 shots.
And the Hawks in the bonus at the 2:55 mark, 3rd quarter. Hannah Stokey at the line. First one, gets the roll. What a confidence boost when she can knock those free throws down.
Well, and she is furthering Iowa's run now.
A little bit short.
Iowa's on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes.
Cunningham across the timeline for the Lady Lions. Now in the corner, a wild jumper put up, no good by Harvey. Hawks with the rebound, a Fulter in the backcourt. Brings it across the timeline, 69-38. Against Brown, Molly Davis on the left wing. Bounce pass inside, Hannah Stokey holds the ball and now gets it to a Fulter in between the circles. Lob pass now to Sonato. The catch, the gather, the shot with the left hand. Sonato with 16.
Pretty sure that Sonato has shot with her left hand more than her right hand today. And they all look great.
Degree of difficulty.
Things are too easy.
71-38. All Hawkeyes approaching 2 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Brown at the top of the key takes 2 dribbles and is tied up by Sydney Fulter. Taylor McCabe, along with Shatia Wettering and Clark in the game. Marshall will sit down. Davis and Stokey. 17 bench points for the Hawkeyes. Clark gets it to Taylor McCabe. Now left wing, a Fulter. Inside, Clark goes to work. Shot good in the paint off the window.
You don't see her play with her, you don't see her do the post-up move very often, but she did that like a pro. Like, she does it all the time, but I don't think I've seen her even during the season, maybe more than once or twice.
73-38. Hawks to the lead. Lady Lions to the basket call. Cunningham on the right wing. Left-handed pass to Girantano. Now back to Cunningham. Fires a 3, right wing, no. Battle for the rebound, won by Brown. Another possession for Harvey and the Lady Lions. Harvey, a wild three-pointer left wing, no good. Well, you see that's how they shoot under 30%. Right. Just don't do it well.
No.
Here's Clark at the free throw line. Inside, Sonano off balance shot again with the left.
Told you, all of them. I think she's hitting them all with her left hand. That's the only hand she should shoot with today.
She went to the glass that time.
But really great pass. Nice job rewarding Sonano as she cut into the lane hard. Good pass from Clark.
50 seconds left to go in the third.
Clark now with a double-double, 10 assists, 24 points.
And Sydney Falter knocks the ball away from Cunningham along the sideline. Southeastern will keep the ball. Pierre back for Southeastern, and she'll hold the ball. About 35 feet from the hoop, 6 on the clock. Kicks it left side, Cunningham. And she'll fire a three that bounces on the left side of the rim and drops through.
I have no idea how that went in.
Cunningham with 15, leading scorer for Southeastern. Clark across the timeline with 20 seconds. Final seconds, third quarter, 75-41 Hawkeyes. Clark just dribbling with her left hand out near the timeline. Gets a Shatia Wettering screen, and now Sonano gets the ball racing to the rim. Left-handed layup off the window.
It's almost too easy between the two of them right now. They are just, I mean, it's ridiculous how well they're working together. I think half of Sonano's shots have come from Caitlin Clark's passes.
And what a way to end the third quarter with a Sonano left-handed layup. And that's 20 on the afternoon for Monica Sonano. Hawkeyes, great execution to end quarter number 3. We'll head to the fourth. All Hawkeyes. Iowa 77, Southeastern Louisiana 41. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/Iowans win.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
To find an agent near you, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Well, a quarter that got off to a little bit of a slow start for the Hawkeyes offensively. Still, we're doing a great job at the defensive end, but then outscore Southeastern Louisiana 23-9 in the third quarter. Clark with 24, Monica Sonano with 20, and Hannah Stalkey off the bench with 11. 44 paint points for the Hawkeyes, and Sonano had 10 in the quarter.
Right. I mean, great quarter, and there was definitely a focus to get the ball inside and an execution, and all of it just went really well for the Hawkeyes. The best quarter they've had so far, defensively for sure, and then offensively just figured it out. They had that drought. Both teams had that drought, but Iowa figured out how to surpass the drought a lot quicker and a lot better.
So the Hawkeyes really got going offensively in the third quarter, ended up 9 of 13, just under 70% with some really good high-low passes and also from wing to the block.
I do appreciate when they make that focus and everyone kind of goes with it, and it works. It really works when they talk about things at halftime, and I think the team does a good job responding and making those efforts in the second half.
Southeastern basketball to start the fourth. Here's Cunningham on the right wing. She drives in, shot up with the right hand, no good, too strong off the window. Ball came right back to her, missed again, and then Sonato lost control of it along the baseline. And we'll have a foul, I think, on Monica Sonato. Or they'll make that Natalie Kelly. So Natalie Kelly for the Lady Lions, her fourth. Pierre also has 4. Marshall on the right wing. Gets it to Clark, and then Caitlin had a tough time handling the pass. It looked to be a little bit too far to the right. She batted it up in the air and then hit it a little bit too strong and knocked it out of bounds.
It was a little clogged in the lane. You already saw Martin posting up, and then she came in and posted. Right, it was just that it wasn't a very good use of space on the court. That
Pierre hands it off to Girantano. Her mid-range jumper right wing, no good. Weak side rebound to Clark. Gets it ahead to Kate Martin. Free throw line extended left. Kate to Sonato. Back to Marshall. Top of the key, angles right. Inside, Sonato goes to work in deep. Lays it up and in.
And just a little bit of movement, moving that ball around the key, moving the ball throughout the offense, and it opens up quickly.
Sonato had 26 against Ohio State in Minneapolis, 22 this afternoon, 79-41. It'll be the Hawks in Georgia on Sunday. Pierre into the paint, and she drives right into Monica Sonato, who ties her up. Possession arrow favors the Hawkeyes. Bell back for the Lady Lions.
Well, for listeners out there, Pierre, if you're trying to picture Pierre, every movement she does reminds me of Crystal Smith. I mean, she's so fast, so quick. Like, you can see her just breaking it for a layup. That's the type of player she is.
And not afraid to
she gets
go to the bucket.
No, she is aggressive. I remember everything about Crystal, and it reminds me so much. Size, everything about them.
Speaking of going to the bucket, Caitlin Clark goes hard. Hits the deck. And a little bit slow to get up, but looks like she's fine. Now, this is the type of game, obviously, you want to continue to play really, really hard, but boy, when you attack the rim like that, and that's going to be an intentional foul on Taylor Bell. So that'll be 4 on her. So that's 3 players with 4 personals for Southeastern Louisiana.
So as Clark was driving in, they obviously were trying to stop her, but it wasn't one where they were going for the ball. So an intentional is going to be any time where you're like just basically trying to get the person out of the way.
And now all 3 officials will go over and take a look at it. And now there'll be a full timeout with 8:28 left to go in the fourth. All Hawkeyes from start to this point, 79-41. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
41, Hawkeyes over Southeastern Louisiana.
With how physical the game is getting, Rob, what do you think? Do you think they're going to pull most of their starters? There's still so much left of the game.
Yeah,
though.
I don't think maybe quite yet. You just got to be careful. I think you watch the
you just tell them,
drive-ins and the hanging in the air.
Use the clock. Be smart, and I think that you'll talk to them about that. Right, we want you to play, but we also are like, we want you to be able to play in the next game.
Yeah.
And so having them have that mentality.
In business, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to your bottom line. Visit midamericanenergy.com to learn more. Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm and partner with Iowa's women's basketball program to serve charities in eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. That's Iowa Swarm. So 2 free throws for Clark. And the basketball. And then Molly Davis will come in for Caitlin Clark. The first one is good. That's 25 for Caitlin. Second one, perfect.
We got a sub coming in. That's for Marshall. I didn't know if it'd be for Clark.
Yeah, because Molly signaled it before the shooter, so it'll be for Molly Davis. Pierre comes out on her. Clark stays in the contest, being defended by Brown. Iowa basketball. Here's Martin down the right side of the lane. Now in the corner to Stalky. Dribbling around, hands it to Clark. Now she tried to get it to Stalky. Went off her hands into the hands of Kate Martin. Now Warnock, free throw line extended left. Now to Clark, now to Stalky. Good ball movement by the Hawkeyes.
Good
and the finish with the left hand for Hannah Stalky with 13.
What a great job she had to really reposition her body in the air to get kind of reach up underneath the basket because she got pushed under. But nice finish, good left hand.
83-41. Girantano gets it left side. Cunningham tries to drive baseline, and a bump will be called on McKenna Warnock. And Clark now will come out for Taylor McCabe.
Most likely for she might come in for a minute or two, but probably not.
She's been knocked around a little bit here in that third quarter. And a quick turnover by Southeastern along the baseline. So the Hawkeyes now will have it as Warnock gets it into Sid Fulter. Brings it across the timeline. Now Warnock on the left wing drives the paint, pulls up her dribble. Now to Hannah Stalky, 13 feet away. In the corner, Taylor McCabe for 3. A little bit strong, weak side board. And a foul will be called. We're going to get McKenna Warnock or Southeastern. That'll be on Natalie Kelly against Warnock. And that's fine. So the 6'3" senior will head to the bench with 2 points.
I think Warnock got hurt a little bit on that one. He was moving a little slower, looking a little ginger.
She had that little hip rib injury. Not little, but happened back at Michigan State. Hawks get it in. A Fulter spins, drives, paint, shot a little bit strong off the window. Battle for the rebound. Sydney goes after it. Stalky as well. Tie up, and it will be Southeastern with the arrow pointing in their direction. 83-41, 7:10 left to go Here comes Shatia Wettering again for McKenna Warnock. Who's running fine to the bench.
Yeah.
Here across the timeline for Southeastern. Angles left side. Hands it off to Cunningham. Dribbles between her legs. Now to Girantano for three. Left to the top of the key. No. Stalky the rebound. A Bluter. Now McCabe. Right wing. Taylor brings it in between the circles. Now Shatia Wettering on the right wing. Shatia keeps that left-handed dribble going. Now a Bluter. Right wing. Looks inside. Now spins at the elbow all the way to the basket and is tied up as she went to the rim by Brown. So possession arrow now favors the Hawkeyes. So it'll be Iowa basketball along the baseline on top, 83-41. Davis will throw it in. Lobs it out to Wettering. In between the circles, Shatia left side goes hard to the rim. And a offensive foul will be called on Shatia Wettering.
But these are good minutes for the rest of the team to be getting right now, right? We don't know what's the next game going to look like or anything like that, but this is good time getting in an NCAA tournament games, getting that experience, playing it in front of a sold-out crowd. Hannah Stolke.
Coming out.
She's had a game.
Yes, she has. 13 points.
Perfect shooting from the field, 5 for 5.
And 5 rebounds. Addie O'Grady back for the Hawkeyes. Lady Lions with the basketball, working it around the perimeter against the 2-3 zone. Cunningham, left wing, pulls up from 17. No good off the right side of the iron. O'Grady the rebound. Gets it to Davis, who brings it across the timeline against Cunningham. In between the circles. Hands it to McCabe. Addie O'Grady calling for it. Cross-court pass now to Wettering for three. Back iron, no. O'Grady, though, tips it to a Bluter, who drives in. Shot with the left hand, no. Rebound O'Grady, and the putback. 4 for Addie O'Grady.
And she kept that play going just by that tip before, kept going with the play, and nice board, kept it up high and went back right back up.
85-41, 5:30 left to go. Hawks and Georgia, second round of the NCAA tournament on Sunday. Don't have a game time yet. Girantano down the right side of the lane, forces up a shot, no. O'Grady the rebound. Davis jogs it across the timeline. Hawks in no hurry. McCabe, free throw line extended right, whips it inside to O'Grady, puts it on the floor, up and under move, and she traveled. Southeastern basketball.
Just drug her pivot foot a little bit, right? It was a good crossover, but as she was moving, she kind of pulled that pivot foot.
Southeastern with the basketball. And Pierre won't touch it as the ball rolls to midcourt. Now races across the timeline. Not much reason to do that in an 85-41 game. Pierre gets it to Flowers, drives left baseline, kicks it right side. Here's Harvey trying to go to work. Hands it off to Flowers. She gets into the paint, short jumper, no. And the rebound to a Bluter. Lob pass in the front court to Davis. Now inside to O'Grady, and it's knocked out of bounds by a hustling Brown. And we've got timeout on the court with 4:41 left to go in the ballgame. Iowa 85. And the Lady Lions of Southeastern Louisiana 41. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Oakmall, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakmall.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
85-41, Hawkeyes in control. Behind 26 from Caitlin Clark and 22 from Monica Sonato. When corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel that's better for our environment, our health, and our wallets. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin. Plus, you'll be eligible for some fun corny giveaways. Attention Hawkeye fans who buy your own health insurance, Wellmark is on your side and on the health insurance marketplace. Let's give it up for plans you can afford, the freedom to go to almost any doctor in Iowa, and free virtual care. Check out wellmark.com/swish to compare plans.
Well, do you want to hear a couple of, since you have a second, do you want to hear a joke or do you want to hear the stats first?
Well, I'm going to throw one stat out.
Okay, you throw the stat out.
Since halftime, Jamie, Southeastern Louisiana has scored 9 points.
That's a good stat. Now are you ready for a good
joke? Not if you're them.
Iowa's defense has been great, and even with the substitutions happening, Iowa's done a great job. I mean, they just shut them down, not allowed them to even think there's a chance that they can beat them. Okay, are you ready now? Okay.
Is this a St. Patrick's Day?
Of course, two of them,
okay,
real fast.
Okay, cool.
All right. How did the leprechaun get to the moon?
How?
A sham rocket. Okay,
boy.
here's my last one. What do you call it?
People might drive off the road. That was so funny.
Hey, what do you call poison ivy and shamrock when they combine? A rash of good luck.
Oh.
Just like the Hawkeyes today.
That's right. That pot of gold at the end of today, right?
All right, there we go.
85-41. Nice to be able to tell jokes.
I know. I was
game.
waiting before I could actually say one. Okay, I gave myself time.
Jada Jimphy into the game. Baseline jumper from 10. Molly Davis, no. Missed it from the left side. Cunningham with the rebound, brings it across the timeline. Now to Pierre, drives in, lost control of the ball, knocked away by Molly Davis. She's had a really good game today.
She has.
Now McCabe for three, left wing, a little bit strong. Long rebound taken down by Cunningham. Cunningham kind of weaves her way toward the basket. Jumper, paint, no.
And Iowa's going to take their time, right? If they can just use the clock, about 20 seconds each time.
Yeah, we're under 4. Here's McCabe, right wing. Drives toward the baseline, drops it off for Addie O'Grady.
Oh,
goes strong
beautiful.
to the rim and lays it up with the left hand.
That was really pretty, though. Nice job by McCabe to pull the defense to her. Good ball handling skills, and then you saw it. That's where you saw Addie O'Grady really use that long body of hers to get there. Didn't even have to take a dribble.
Addie with 6 and a basket in the second quarter as well. 87-41. Pierre, wild three-pointer deep in the corner. O'Grady gets it to McCabe. Taylor pushes it to Shatia Wettering for 3. Bank it in. Hey, we'll take it.
A three's a three, whether he hits the bank or not.
Shatia Wettering's first bucket. 90-41. 9 points for the Lady Lions since the second quarter. Missed another jumper. Cunningham, a volume shooter, just haven't made many. And then Davis lost control of the ball. Brown ahead to Pierre, left-handed layup off the window is good. That's their first basket of the fourth quarter with 2:28 left to go. 90-43. Jimphy in between the circles, and Hawks just call a quick timeout to get a couple new players in. A.J. Ediger and Sharon Goodman. So everybody has played for the Hawkeyes.
Right. That's pretty fun to have happen in the NCAA tournament time.
Jalen Henderson, 5'7" junior, enters for Southeastern Louisiana. Wettering will throw it in along the sideline. Gets it to Molly Davis. 2:20 left to go. 90-43. Wettering, bounce pass inside. Sharon Goodman kicks it back out to McCabe for three. Got it.
There it is. McCabe has such a beautiful shot. I mean, it is spot on for when you're trying. If you were trying to show someone good form, I think she would be someone you might show a video of.
Caitlin Clark got a kick out of that one. A little dance on the sideline for her. Now Flowers, three-pointer left wing, rimming no. Goodman the rebound. Takes one bounce, hands it to Molly Davis. 93-43. There's total domination today by the Hawkeyes. Just what you want in a first-round NCAA tournament game. Georgia broke away from Florida State in the fourth quarter. Inside, Sharon Goodman goes up strong and finishes.
Nice pass, good cut through. Just a good finish, right? I think Sharon Goodman's somebody who works really, really hard. And so it's good to see her get some points up there.
11 players have scored for the Hawkeyes. Cunningham just dribbling the ball out near the 30-foot mark. In between the circles, now gets it left wing. As a drive-in shot by Washington is up and no good. Rebound taken down by Henderson. And Southeastern will reset with under a minute. 95-43. Here's Cunningham racing down the right side of the lane. Pull up from 13. That's an air ball. And Goodman grabs the rebound. Fans to their feet. Davis in the front court. Passes right wing McCabe as the ball knocked away and out of bounds by Washington. Iowa basketball along the sideline. Stick around for the post-game show. We'll get comments from Lisa Bluter. And a stat recap for you. Plenty of good numbers to talk about. Wettering inside Goodman. Foot off the block. Now back outside McCabe. In between the circles, Taylor rises. Shot is short as the shot clock expires. Missed it from 10 feet. Cunningham in the front court, and she'll just hold it for the final 5 seconds. Lisa Bluter gives the crowd a hand, and that's going to do it. Hawks win 95-43. Complete domination in round one. On to Sunday.
Wow. I feel like domination is almost an understatement. This was just a game where we could kind of sit back and relax. I would say as soon as probably halfway through the second quarter. And then that's great for Iowa because that gave them some time to relax and look forward to what's going to be happening in the next game, focus on things they might want to work on, and really give players a chance to rest. Because they're going to need it against this Georgia team.
Yeah, competition ramps up on Sunday, no doubt about it. But the Hawkeyes will certainly enjoy this one tonight. And then later on tonight, start preparation for Georgia, coached by Cedar Rapids native Katie Abrahamson Henderson. Storyline for Sunday. Final score, Iowa 95, Southeastern Louisiana 43. The Hawks on to round number 2. We'll be back with the post-game show courtside from Carver Hawkeye Arena. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Visit shelterinsurance.com to find an agent to help you pick a policy that's right for you. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. They've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Hawks win it 95-43, and the journey continues. Second round action on Sunday. Got to think that game, I haven't heard anything officially, but I'm thinking about 2 o'clock. It's going to be my guess, is what I've kind of heard from some of the TV folks around here.
Yeah, I think that would be an ideal time.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Love a good 2 o'clock game, right?
Just stay away from 8 o'clock, right? Molly's Cupcakes is proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Kinnick Stadium and also Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Also, thank you to United Healthcare for teaming up with the Hawkeyes to support and celebrate small businesses in the state of Iowa. United Healthcare, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes. We'll get to Coach Bluter a little bit later on, Jamie, but how about the statistics? 11 players scored for the Hawkeyes, 26 from Caitlin Clark, including 19 in the first 2 quarters. And then Monica Sonano really got into the scoring column, especially in the 3rd quarter, ended up with 22.
I mean, how much time do you have? Because I got a lot of players.
I got a lot of time.
Name off
hey, before
here.
we get to that,
okay,
let's make sure that we pause 10 seconds for station identification. Station identification along the Iowa Hawkeye Radio Network. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield. Unbelievable that Southeastern Louisiana scored 9 points in the 3rd quarter and 2 in the 4th.
I know. I scored 11 in that half. I mean, Iowa just figured out a way to give them no hope. And, I mean, defensively, though, that's something huge for Iowa that they need to be able to look back on and realize, like, hey, we did a great job. And even though we were talking about the Lady Lions had a ton of offensive rebounds, Iowa still out-rebounded them by 14, right? They were still getting the box sets. They were still figuring it out. There was just those few occasions where they couldn't figure it out. And Iowa still did a good job of boxing out a team who is pretty good at rebounding. All right, so here's the stats I know you're all eagerly waiting for. 3 players finished in double figures for the Hawkeyes. Caitlin Clark led the way with 26 points, 9 of 14 shooting from the field, which is really great. 3 of 6 from the three-point line, perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Coming up right behind her, Monica Sonano with 22 points. She's 10 of 12 shooting from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 13 points from Hannah Stolke on a perfect 5 of 5 shoot. I mean, if you put those 3 shooting percentages, I think that you're at least 75%. Amazing shooting for the Hawkeyes. Then helping out, though, a lot of players getting some points up on the board. 6 points coming from Molly Davis and McKenna Warnock each. 5 points from Kate Martin. 6 points from Addie O'Grady, and she just played 6 minutes, so she was getting a point a minute right there. 3 points from Taylor McCabe, 3 points from Shatia Wettering, also from Gabby Marshall, and then 2 from Sharon Goodman when she got in the game. For Southeastern Louisiana, 1 player in double figures, that's Cunningham with 15, 9 from Bell, and 8 from Brown. For rebounds, Iowa had 8 rebounds coming from McKenna Warnock and also from Monica Sonano, 7 rebounds from Caitlin Clark, and then 5 rebounds from Addie O'Grady and Hannah Stolke. Addie O'Grady, 6 minutes. That's a fabulous, fabulous little line she has setting up here. For Southeastern Louisiana, they were led by Brown with 8 rebounds. Caitlin Clark finished the game with a double-double of 12 assists. The team had 27. She had 12 of those. So 26 points, 12 assists to get that double-double. But 4 assists also coming from Gabby Marshall and from Sydney Folter. Looking over here at Southeastern Louisiana, they ended the game with 20 assists. So did share the ball. Oh, wait, I lied. 13 assists. I looked at their fouls. 13 assists as a team, 7 of those coming from Pierre. Iowa as a team finished the game with 5 blocks, most of those coming from McKenna Warnock, and then also finished with 10 steals as a team. Those are all really good stats for Iowa. Hopefully gives them a little bit of momentum as they move forward to that next round.
Well, despite what Southeastern Louisiana might think, Iowa plays a little bit of defense up here in the Big Ten as well. And you look at some of the shooting percentages for Southeastern Louisiana. Pierre, 2 for 10. Cunningham, 6 of 18. The leading scorer, Haley Girantano, 1 out of 11. She averages over 12 a game. Bell, who was hot in the Southland Championship game against Lamar, she had a team high 22. She was 3 of 13 from the floor. So those were contested shots.
Right.
And that's the key thing when Iowa made Southeastern take not only difficult 2s, which is always the goal, but some contested 3s. And then what the Lady Lions really like to do is dribble drive and then pull up from 10 to 15 feet. Those were contested as well.
You know what? Another impressive stat here is I got 3 text messages about my joke telling me that it was funny. So another stat you don't usually see on
and probably more than 3.
But really, for real, Iowa today.
That might be a record for you.
But really, Iowa, just an amazing performance put together today. I mean, this was not a bad team. That's the thing. Iowa dominated them.
Yeah, it's an NCAA tournament game, right?
Yeah, they are in the top 64 in the nation, right? Like, this is a good team, and Iowa was able to figure out a way to completely just upend their offense and take them down. So, really impressive for Iowa.
Hawk fans, and many of you have come from out of town. Don't forget to experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The Homewood Suites and the Home 2 Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit us here in Hawkeye Country. Score by quarters. Hawks led after 1, 28-17 at the half, 54-32. And at the end of 3, 77-41. In that second quarter, Iowa outscored Southeastern 26-15. And then just really eye-popping numbers in the third and the fourth. Third quarter was 23-9 Iowa. And the fourth quarter, 18-2. All results in a 95-43 first-round NCAA tournament victory over Southeastern Louisiana, the Hawks, and Georgia on Sunday. Georgia victorious earlier today inside Carver Hawkeye Arena, 66-54 over Florida State. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
The number 2 seed in the Seattle number 4 region, the Iowa Hawkeyes, 95. The 15-seeded Southeastern Louisiana Lady Lions, 43. Caitlin Clark with 26. Monica Sonano with 22. Those two players, respectively, had 19 and 10 after the first 2 quarters. And Molly Davis had 6 points in the first 2 quarters. Thought she was very, very good today. And Hannah Stalkey, what a debut in an NCAA tournament game for her with 13 points. And of course, all players dressed for the Hawkeyes able to play, and 11 of them scored. And Sydney Falter did not score, but certainly did a great job as usual defensively, and had 4 assists and 3 rebounds. So she continues to blossom coming off the bench for the Hawkeyes, who pick up victory number 27 on the year. So Iowa stands at 27-6 as Southeastern Louisiana finish their season at 21-10 as Southland champs. Associate head coach Jan Jensen will join us on the postgame show as she's signing autographs and taking pictures and making your way over to the other side here, courtside at Carver Hawkeye Arena. And, well, Jan, it was great to get back out on the floor after cutting down the nets seemingly months ago in Minneapolis. And, boy, I thought from start to finish, really locked in. And the shooting percentage was outstanding. The defense, couldn't ask for much more today, could you?
You know, we really couldn't. You know, we started out that we weren't really happy with our defense in that first quarter. But by the second quarter, we got a little bit. We went to a zone to kind of rest our legs for the Georgia game, and the zone is the way to play them. They don't shoot so well from the outside, but a lot of times teams, when they're coming in, they're going to, at the start, they either fold, you know, and they can't make anything, and then you're up like, you know, 16-0. Or, you know, you're up about 8-10, but they hit some shots. Like number 2 for them, she averages 7, but she had a great game. You know, 55 usually plays well, didn't have that great of a game, but they had 2 or 3 role players that really stepped up. So it's a tough role for a coaching staff. You're kind of cranky that your defense isn't better, but when we go back and watch the film, we didn't box out as well in our zone. I'm going to see that and not be happy. But they hit some really hard, tough 2s against our player. So this time of year, you can critique it shortly, but you better just survive in advance. And we're going to, you know, score a lot of points. Our defense is going to be solid for us to keep going. It has to remain so, and I thought it did buckle down and become a lot better in our zone, you know, midway through that second quarter, and then it just kept humming from there.
How important, too, is it to get some rest? Obviously, Georgia had to play a 4-quarter game, broke away a little bit in the fourth quarter, but 3 hard quarters. You go back to 2019, Mercer came in here, and you had to play a full 4 with them, but today didn't really have to sweat things out there in the third and fourth quarters.
Yeah, that's watching them on tape, it was one of those games that you knew could be a tune-up, should be a tune-up, would be a tune-up. And so it's nice that we could really limit the minutes of our starters. None of them played the last 8 minutes. I was able to rest Monica a lot of minutes, and I thought for her in the first half. Hopefully this will be a good, not just for Sunday, but, all the reps that you save, if we can be fortunate enough to win on Sunday, all the rest that you get it all piles up as you keep going down the next stretch. But, we got a big assignment on Sunday. It won't be like this Sunday, right? They play a really unique matchup zone. They slow most of their opponents down. I think they're the second best defensive team in the SEC. They're big, they're athletic, they can shoot a heck of a lot better. This nice and easy feeling, that'll be a thing of the past.
Offensively, what did you really like? Monica had a terrific third quarter.
Yeah, she really did. They usually double and triple, and they started out with a double. We'll run a double post offense when Hannah's in there. But then, they really kind of lost their luster on the double. And then if you don't bring it with her, because they're just not big, and if you get it to Monica, anywhere close, she's going to be able to, pretty much do some major damage one-on-one. And she usually can do it, one-on-two. So they let her get too low, too deep on them, and they're just not big enough to stop her. And Caitlin's going to find her a lot. So I was a little surprised they didn't keep up with their double because, I watched them play their last 3 or 4 games, and they really counted on that in their league. Lamar is in it, and they have a nice post, and they really doubled the heck out of her. So I'm not sure why they just let her go in that third quarter. Maybe there was a double I didn't see, or maybe it wasn't as effective, but I think they let her go one-on-one mostly.
Yeah, sure looked like it. How about the bench? I thought some really good performances there.
Oh, yeah. We were really, Sid Alforter just does what you need her to do. You're going to look at her line, and she was 0 for 3. I think she got fouled a couple times. But that kid defends. She gets her hands on balls. She rebounds. And she just makes us just really tough. Better. She just comes in. And she's going to have games where, like she did again against Ohio State in the Big Ten tournament, just was a big hustle difference maker. And I just think she's really sensational. I always call her our dog. She just is the dog, and she'll do whatever it is. Addison O'Grady came in, did really some nice things. With her size, she should have, but she did come in and, do what she needed to do against a lesser-sized opponent. So I just think those two, being our top subs. But Hannah Stahlke, 5 for 5. And that's, Hannah is able to do that and can explode like that, but especially a team that's smaller and not really possess a big, and she can do that against the bigs. But I just hope this was so good for her confidence. And she also hit a couple throws, which is important. But I thought her play was exceptional.
Not bad for an NCAA tournament debut, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's kind of fun. You always get to put the bracket on a sticker on the bracket. They always have them in everybody's locker rooms. And the people listening, you see that. But Coach gave her the bracket, the Iowa name, to put up there, and we thought that's kind of fun for her because she did have a game. Caitlin Clark, she's Caitlin Clark, right?
Set the tone.
Yeah, sometimes Caitlin could put on a lot of bracket stickers, right? But it's fun for a kid like Hannah, and that's who we're going to need going down the stretch. We got to have different people at different times every game. Someone's got to be the one, and when you're really cooking, everybody's the one. And we have that capability, with this team. And if we can keep getting hot and have at least 1 to 2 others other than the big 2 with Monica and Caitlin, then we can have, some good opportunities. But, that's what's wonderful about March, keeps getting better and better. Lisa talked to him today about, this is, the next part of the season. There's 6 games we'd like to play, and this was step number 1. So we just got to celebrate it. And now we turn the page and got to figure out how to handle Georgia's zone and, how to stop them.
Well, you played Central Florida a couple of years ago. Did Katie kind of run that same zone with them?
Yep. She has. She has really made every stop along the way. That's what she really, makes her living on, and she does a really nice job with it. It's just a unique enough. You don't typically see it, and so some of your stuff you run against a typical 2-3, it just doesn't work, and you kind of tweak it. And we have some ideas that we'd like that should work, but what should work and what does work, sometimes there's a big gap between that. But I know, Fitz has been watching a lot of film, and, she's our guru, and we have a good, some good offenses that we won't want to try. And, they're big. We didn't box out very well today, and we're going to have to box out these guys because these guys board and they're big. But, it's kind of nice we did play UCF because that's where Katie Abrahamson was last year. And then she had some players that did, transfer with her to Georgia. So they're kind of feeling confident. I read their press release, and
a lot of confidence.
Yeah, there is
running
all around. They played here, and they know all about here, so that is true. They did play here, but it's another year, another team, and so forth. But it should be a good game, and hopefully the Hawk fans will show out. And we were just talking before the game started. Lisa looked around and said, "This is a Friday afternoon."
Right.
To sell this place out. I mean,
and they were here. They were here.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, they were here. Absolutely. I just can't thank everybody listening enough. You are such a difference maker for our team. We do not take it for granted. We feel so grateful. And it's such a big part of our recruiting, too. I mean, kids, they want to come where they're supported and people are interested in it. But to have this type of showing on a Friday afternoon and then to sell it out, in 53 minutes. But we're just really blessed. And we're going to keep working our tails off, and hopefully everybody will show back up on Sunday, and we can get this crowd rocking and rolling again.
I got a feeling they'll be here.
I have a feeling, too. So thank you, Hawks, and hello to my friends and family in Southwest Iowa, and special prayers up for my dad. God bless you, Dad. Love you.
Absolutely. Jan, appreciate it. Associate head coach Jan Jensen on the postgame show after Iowa defeats Southeastern Louisiana in the first round of the NCAA tournament. 95-43, 26 for Caitlin Clark, 22 for Monica Sonano, 13 off the bench for Hannah Stuckey. We'll be back, including going to the Iowa locker room as Jamie caught up with head coach Lisa Bluter and also Hannah Stuckey. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oakmall, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakmall.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
At U.S. Cellular, we think phones are great, but they're not always great for us. Because while they connect us to so much, they can also distract us from, well, us. The us that actually laughs out loud with each other instead of just texting it. That knows being in the same room doesn't always mean being together. So let's find us again by putting our phones down. Not forever, just for 5. 5 days, 5 hours, even 5 minutes. Join U.S. Cellular in the Phones Down for 5 challenge. Find out more at uscellular.com/findus.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
To find an agent near you, visit shelterinsurance.com and switch today.
Welcome back to the Side Carver Hawkeye Arena. Rob Brooks and Jamie K.V. Lang wrapping up Iowa's 95-43 victory over Southeastern Louisiana. Iowa and Georgia at 2 o'clock on Sunday here from the arena. That ought to be a terrific second round matchup. And Jamie caught up with head coach Lisa Bluter and Hannah Stolke.
All right, Coach Bluter, as you look up at all of these fans.
I know, I love it. They're so great, aren't they? Hawkeye fans are the best, and we're so appreciative of them coming out today. I mean, it's a work day in the middle of the day, and we have 14,000 people here.
Who's really working right now?
Yeah,
How can you work when Iowa's
just come back on Sunday? Come back on Sunday.
Well, and speaking of the game today, I've never interviewed you on this. Is so
I know,
weird. Everyone's
this is
staring
weird.
at me.
Yeah,
I feel
I know, yeah.
But how did it feel today being able to start this game off with so much confidence and being able to hit those threes? Gabby Marshall was still able to hit those threes.
Yep.
We saw her rolling in.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we just wanted to come out and execute, because when you've had 2 weeks off like we have, you just really want to play a good, well-played game. And I thought we did that for the most part. I thought we played a well-played game today, and happy for the balance we have, the people that we were able to get into the game, the bench that was able to score, because we obviously have a tough game on Sunday.
And Clark had a double-double today. She was able to get that ball into Sonano. You saw a lot of them back and forth. I mean, it was next level, the two of them playing today.
They just have that unspoken communication. I love that so much. And truly, you know, next Sunday, or this coming Sunday, is the last time McKenna and Monica will be playing on this floor, and we just want to make it a great game for them.
And then, did you guys watch Georgia at all? Get to see anything going on?
We did. We saw Georgia. We know they're going to play a matchup zone against us, and we got to be ready for that in the press.
All right. Anything for these fans as they're getting into their car? They'll be hearing this when they're getting out.
Come out again Sunday, and thank you so much. Happy St. Patty's Day.
All right. And I'm going to go celebrate now after
Let's do
this.
it.
All right. Thanks, Coach. And now I am here with Hannah Stolke after her first NCAA tournament game.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
It was a great game. You know, our competition wasn't the best, but I played pretty good.
You did play
my first
pretty.
game.
I mean, I think shooting 5 for 5 is actually considered great.
Yeah.
Just so you know, that's a greatness level.
Thank you.
Now that you got to play here though in front of those 15,000, I mean, there was a legit 15,000 today, right?
Yeah.
To be able to play against them and then get prepared for Sunday's game, how did that feel? I almost use this as almost like a warm up today to get ready for that game on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been off for almost 2 weeks. Yeah. And it was good to get a warm up in before we play a really good team on Sunday.
And how are you feeling as you're now at the end? I actually was talking during the radio. I was like, you're not a freshman anymore, really. You're at the end of your freshman year. Like, you're a pro out there now. How are you feeling when you're out there on the court?
I still feel like a freshman sometimes mentally, but we all do our best and just trust that we can do good.
And then what are you looking forward to the most as you continue down this NCAA tournament?
I'm looking forward to playing against really good competition. I love a challenge. We all do. And there's some great teams ahead of us, so I'm just excited.
All right. Well, you did great today. Anything for those fans?
Just go Hawks. Thanks for showing up.
All right. Thanks, Hannah. And that was Coach Lisa Bluter and Hannah Stolke joining us to just give us a little recap of today's game. Again, Iowa advances to the second round, beating Southeastern Louisiana 95-43. And when we come back, we'll hear the plays of the game. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
I love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowансWin.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At MidAmerican Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
It'll be Iowa and Georgia Sunday afternoon as Iowa defeats Southeastern Louisiana in the first round of the NCAA tournament, 95-43. And Georgia advanced earlier today with a victory over Florida State. Clark with 26, Sonato with 22, and Hannah Stolke with 13. 11 players scored for the Hawkeyes, and let's enjoy some of today's top plays. Cross-court pass to Gabby Marshall, 3 left wing.
She's still on fire, so that's good. That fire didn't go off for Gabby Marshall.
Brown across the timeline, 5-2. Clark will pull for 3 straight away and knock it down. Clark lobs it out to Sonato. Now to a Falter. Now to Clark coming off a screen for 3. Rattled it home from the left wing.
Ooh.
A Falter kicks it out right side. Kate Martin for 3.
Yes, Kate! Beat the great!
Here's Clark. After Cunningham had it taken away, the spin move in the paint off the window, and Clark is fouled, and she has 14 coming to the free throw line. She digs it up in the corner, and now we'll reset for the Hawkeyes. Now Warnock, wide open 3 left wing.
Leave her open. She's going to shoot it and probably going to make it.
Tano plays catch with Bell. Bell tries to make a move, loses the ball to Clark. Across the timeline, pushes the ball to Molly Davis, left-handed layup, and she's fouled.
She got taken down, but she finished it.
Flowers picks it up, and Clark buries the deep 3. Cunningham in the front court, and she'll just hold it for the final 5 seconds. Lisa Bluter gives the crowd a hand, and that's going to do it. Hawks win 95-43. Complete domination in round 1. On to Sunday. And on to Sunday it is. Iowa and Georgia. Round 2 of the NCAA women's basketball tournament. And a lot at stake on Sunday. The winner heads to Seattle for the Sweet 16.
Right. Sunny Seattle, as they say.
Really? I've never heard that
Just
before.
kidding. But yeah,
don't check the forecast.
It is really a huge opportunity for Iowa, and one that they've probably been thinking about for a year now. So I think they're probably excited. I think every Hawk fan is excited, and should be a good game.
Very rarely, Jamie, do you get into that second round and things are easy. It usually really ramps up at that stage, even if you have a number 1 or number 2 seed.
Yep, I think the Hawkeyes should look back and be like, look at what we've done this year, right? And that's where you want to go into this knowing, like, we have faced all these great teams of varying calibers, of varying, what made them great was different. And so every team they see, I want to be like, you have faced this team. You just have to remember, how did you defeat them the first time? Because Iowa's who they played, and their record shows that they're capable of playing with any team.
No question about that, and playing their best basketball for sure. We'll see you Sunday.
For sure. I'll be here.
95-43, the Hawks over Southeastern Louisiana in the first round of the NCAA tournament and advance to Sunday's second round, Iowa and Georgia. And we'll be here to bring it to you on Sunday afternoon. Should be a good one from Carver Hawkeye Arena. For Jamie Cavey-Lang, I'm Rob Brooks. Thanks so much for listening in today. 95-43. Iowa over Southeastern Louisiana. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you Sunday for the Hawks and Georgia. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye Women's Basketball has been brought to you by Authentic Brand. Unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Hy-Vee. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. United Healthcare. Proud sponsors of Small Business Spotlight. Sign up your small business at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. And by U.S. Bank. Proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.